Hello YouTube, what's going on? It's DomOfTheDao here. Now, as you may notice, I do not have a camera up for this video. I actually already recorded this video and I recorded it yesterday, tried to get in ahead of it. And then I looked back at it today and I was like, oh my god, this is complete crap. So let me just go ahead and redo it. I wasn't feeling too well yesterday. I'm actually not feeling too well today, but let's go ahead and get into it. So this is going to be about The Evil Within 2. I'm going to assume that you've already played the game, that you've already beat it, and that you've played the first one as well. That's what I'm kind of going off of here. This is going, so spoiler alert, right? So I'm basically going to be talking about the game, and I'm going to title this one, I don't know if I'm going to title it The King of Plotholes or The King of Teases yet. I don't know. It's going to be have something to do with teases or it's going to have something to do with plot holes, because I feel like the game is full of both. And it really drove me crazy. I'm going to, present some of the biggest questions that I had for the game and things that I don't think were actually resolved in the game. So, to begin, I think I'm going to kind of go through the game as it went, as it played out, if you played it start to finish. So, starting out, you killed a Guardian, and that was kind of a big shocker to me. So the Guardian appears a lot like Laura from the first game. Got the long black hair, kind of the same face, just really gives you the appearance that this is Laura, right, from the first game, just in a different form or something, or it's gonna be something like Laura. And she shows up multiple times throughout the first few chapters, and then you kill her, and you beat her in the boss fight, not necessarily kill her, but you think that she's coming back, right, like Laura did. Well, no, she doesn't, and I want to know why. Why would they tease you like that? Because it looks like Laura, acts like Laura, you think it's Laura, doesn't come back, and you actually kill it when you kill it. I'm quite shocked about that. So, also the gameplay footage you see going up in the background, this is from my favorite boss fight in the game. It had the bosses from the first game, so that says a lot, right? But anyway, also another big question I had was, who was this ghost woman, right, in the first few chapters? So she was the one that appeared when the fog came up in the ground. It got really dark, and she was singing that la 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 la, over and over and over again. Who was she? I want to know who she was, and what her story is, because I'm not sure if she was a side quest. I don't think she was, because she showed up later in the game too, but she never really got resolved. She just kind of appeared, was there, and never came back. I really want to know, you kill Stefano, right? And I'm kind of upset about this. This is another big tease. Before the game came out, I watched all the gameplay footage, the early gameplay footage, and they were really marketing it like Stefano was the big villain throughout the game, and I like that they had other characters that they didn't market. I'm glad they didn't market everything, obviously, but they marketed this guy like he was the main character, and he really wasn't. Like, he was in it for the first 8 chapters. You kill him, and then it totally changes gears, and he's never mentioned again. And then how did he get into the STEM, right? Like they say, because they didn't have the wireless STEM program going up yet. If you haven't read the documents, they were trying to get a wireless STEM program going up, but they didn't have that up and running as of the time of this STEM. At least we don't think they did. And so why the hell, or how the hell did Stefano get in there? Like that, I don't know. That's a huge plot hole for me. How did he get in? This is another big one for me. How do Theodore and Myra and Stefano have so much power in the STEM? I was under the impression that only the core had power in the STEM and had absolute power, but Theodore and Myra and Stefano have enough power to change the environment, present enemies, and change their own form as well. And I want to know how. Because I thought this entire time that only the core had power, and it makes sense that the core would have power because everybody's basically living inside Lily's mind, right? And everyone's trying to get Lily to obtain her power, but it seems like they already have power. So I want to know, how are they able to change the environment and whatnot in there? That's something that was never addressed. This is a big what the fuck moment. Why would Mobius implant chips into every Mobius agent's head that was connected to the STEM? I mean, the STEM is essentially a big computer, right? Now, computers go down and they can break. It's technology. Why would they put the fate of their entire organization and needlessly connect it to STEM? They weren't benefiting from it at all at this point because they didn't have a wireless STEM program going up. Or if they did have a wireless STEM, then they should have just went into the STEM and did it. So either way, if they had the wireless STEM going right now or if they didn't, it still has issues. Why would they put microchips in every agent's head? That is the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard of. You can ask a kindergartner, like, should we make it so that you die if this computer goes down? And they say no. No, that's retarded. That doesn't make any sense. Another thing I'm kind of confused about, and this has nothing to do with the story actually, this is the game structure. So the open world just disappeared after chapter 5, right? Well, I think you went through it once more, maybe in chapter 6 or 7, but it was gone. I mean, you had the option to go back later, but there was almost no incentive to do it. Like, why would you go back? And it was only one open world. That's why it was Union, and it wasn't even that big. But this game is classified as open world, but it had almost no open world elements, only a few levels. Then this leads me to the end and how the game ended. So you kill Myra, you kill her bad self, I guess. And then I'm not sure if anybody else has watched the end of the cutscene. I actually didn't really know to do this. I just kind of left the game running, and then the scene at the end of the credits went through, and I watched it. And I'm not sure if many people watch this, but essentially what happens is Kidman and Sebastian. God, I always want to say Joel from Last of Us, but no, Sebastian and Lily. Sebastian and Lily are parting ways from Kidman in this country gas station or whatever, and they're kind of just going their separate ways. It's all happy, and then they flash back to the stem, and the stem wakes up. So it's destroyed at the end, and then the computer comes back online. Now, it must have, I mean, it could have been open from the outside, I guess, but Mobius is like a super secret facility, so who would even know about it to go in and open it up? So, I mean, the more logical thing is that someone from inside is still alive, but who could be? I mean, they took Myra should be dead. They said that she was going to die. I mean, she's the only one that we really didn't witness killed. I mean, Theodore got a fucking spike through his head. Stefano got shot in the face. So they're pretty much screwed, right? Myra might be the only one left alive. So either she opened it up, or what I'm also thinking is maybe Ruvik is, still alive. The stem goes down. He wants to complete his experiments, or maybe he wants something with the stem. So he finds it, opens it up. That's the best theory I got. They really didn't hint at anything from the first game except for the bosses, but they really only had to pertain to Sebastian's mind, and now his mind was messed up from the first game. That was it. I'm kind of disappointed because they had the huge cliffhanger at the end when Ruvik was walking off in Leslie's body, and they didn't resolve that at all. Nothing, not even a freaking cutscene, not even a slight cutscene as to what happened to him. And I'm pretty pissed. It's almost like the first game ever happened, but whatever. All in all, I'm kind of disappointed with the game. I really didn't like any of the bosses. The only boss I liked was the end boss and the bosses, Laura and the Keeper from the first game. But yeah, so anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you have any answers to these questions, or if you have more questions yourself, please drop them down in the comment section. I'd love to have a discussion with you. Also, you can stay tuned. Just hit the subscriber button so you stay up to date with all my future content. Now, I told you guys I'm not feeling too well today, so I'm sorry this video might suck, but whatever. I am picking up Assassin's Creed Origins and Wolfenstein 2. Be sure to look out for those two in the future. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.